What other basic tests can people do to see their what levels their environmental toxicity is?
Well, you know, I urge people to do hair follicle tests and blood tests. Hair follicle tests are very good for indicating, figuring out what aluminum content is. In the film What in the World Are They Spraying?, we addressed a 4-year-old on Maui who grew up on an organic farm, never had a vaccine. Her aluminum levels and other heavy metals were literally off of the chart. Again, aluminum is the main component in geoengineering programs. So I would recommend that people get hair follicle tests, but also in Senator Karen Johnson's area, she's been urging many of people in her community to get blood tests to see what's in their blood. And what was deeply concerning was 3 tests have come back so far. She's just starting to get people to get blood tests. All of them had barium levels at least 10 times the normal amounts of barium, and I believe the highest level was 13 times the normal amounts of barium, which we know is coming from the fallout of these programs, and very toxic. Barium lowers our immune system, creates high blood pressure, does a number of things that are not at all good for our health.
Now, some people would ask why the elite would do programs that would actually contaminate their own environment. And I usually point to the technology that they have that is so much farther advanced than us. All great technology has been suppressed for so long. I remember 15 years ago reading science magazines on how they could rewire your brain so you could see if you were blind, rewire your ears that you could hear if you're deaf, clone an arm or create an artificial arm that people can't tell the difference. So if an elite member of these elite families or somebody who's super wealthy has a condition, they have ways, counteractions to, so they can, you know, we get the hook, we get the plastic thing, we don't get the real technology, is basically what I'm saying. So what things can average people do to keep themselves healthy and to help counteract this at least a little bit, you know, start pushing towards a little bit more consciousness on what people can do? Heavy metal detox, as you mentioned. What are the other things?
Yeah, an important question, and I want to point out that I just started doing heavy metal detoxes, and then I used various chelation methods. My aluminum levels were low. I was happy to see that, but my barium levels were actually a bit high, so I'm taking measures to remove that barium for my system. I use bentonite, diatomaceous earth, chlorella is very effective, but I would recommend that people talk to a healthcare professional about. First of all, I think it's important to get tested, see what what's high, you know, what types of heavy metals. We know that we're breathing them in, and then talk to a healthcare professional about how to chelate. There's a great product which is called Zeolite. I have yet to try it. But again, I'm bringing my levels down. But I really think it's important to encourage people, again, to do the testing to see if that contamination is there, and then find ways to remove it. Just like we want to test our rain to see if that contamination is there. Since we filmed in Maui, there have been several duplicate tests which again reveal extremely high levels of aluminum, barium, and strontium. So the contamination is there, cannot be disputed, and I would imagine on days like yesterday and the day before here on the Big Island, you would find similar test results in the rain.
Well, and this is going to be the last question, for our Hawaii audience, how do we get people to actually recognize these things? What are the signs that people can see when they look up in the sky? What should people be looking for to recognize if it's going on that particular day?
Absolutely. Like what we said, the proof is definitely in the test, but to see what's in the sky, it's very simple over the mainland because they spray us and we actually see the aerosols coming out of the plane. But they spray, it appears, after reviewing satellite, that they're spraying several hundred miles off of the island. What people should look for is we see what appears to be, it's almost similar to a cirrus cloud, but I call it the cotton candy type cloud, and it looks like literally like a cloud that has been stretched, and you will see streaks within it. Typically those clouds will be at a much higher elevation than our puffy clouds that we see. And again, recognize the symptoms. If you see a lot of this type of cloud in the sky, and I know that we took a few pictures of it. See if you notice that you get dry mouth, maybe irritable, some of the symptoms, burning eyes. Those are all symptoms that many people report on heavy spray days. So barium is a desiccant, so it will dry us out. I know yesterday and the day before I had extremely dry mouth during the full day. Look up in the sky, notice the changes that are happening. Hawaii is definitely getting targeted, and I think it's important for the people of Hawaii to look into this and get well versed on it so that we can get these programs stopped.
Michael J. Murphy, truthmediaproductions.us. Please, there's no copyright on this film. Purchase it, get it on YouTube, burn it, send it out to everybody. This is something that everybody needs to know about. The future of humanity is at stake with these types of programs. Our ability to grow organic and indigenous food is being threatened. We cannot allow our great-grandchildren, our grandchildren, and our children to grow up in an environment where they're chemically dependent, where they are dependent on companies like Monsanto for their GMO seeds when they have a lifespan of 50. I don't want to live in that type of society. That's why I'm sitting here before you. That's why brother here, Michael J. Murphy, filmmaker extraordinaire, made What in the World Are They Spraying? Please check it out, folks. truthmediaproductions.us. You have been watching We Are Change TV here on the Big Island of Hawaii. Thank you for joining us this week and every week, Wednesday 7 p.m. treesofTruth.net. Aloha.
Aloha. All right, brother. Good interview, man. Good
my fourth.
Good job.
My third.
We are changed. We are changed. We are changed. We are changed. Freedom. I said freedom. Free your mind from mental, physical slavery. Change. We are free. We are free. We are changed. We are changed. All the bloodshed got to stop. All the media block. All the corrupt cops. White America just another company. A fine line between love and tyranny. But we're here to welcome you home. To let it be known the path has been shown. Fear of love, it's up to you. Don't follow the bullshit, believe in the truth. We are